Hey everybody, and welcome to the SnapRefund Podcast, episode 4.
What's up?
And this episode right here is called The Win. My name is Anise Taylor.
I'm Cody Eddings.
And we are the two co-founders of SnapRefund. It's been an amazing month. The last time that we saw you guys was last month. And this episode is called The Win because we got some special wins in the last month that's really propelling us to that next level.
Let's go.
So, Cody, why don't you tell us a little bit about the different sets of wins that we had and just how your feeling is towards how things are starting to turn?
Man, I'm feeling great. We have, I think, 3 big ones we could definitely talk about. So, number 1, we have a new partner. They're called the Film Fund. Shout out to Thomas Verdi. They are awesome. They run a competition for indie filmmakers to get funding for their projects. And they're an official partner of SnapRefund now to use SnapRefund to send payments to everyone who wins, and also their contractors. So we're looking forward to seeing those payments flow through. Always want to move money quickly, securely, efficiently, get everything going nice and good for them. Number 2, we actually won $15,000 in funding for a pitch competition. So that was huge. Shout out CBK Ventures, Cody by Kids here in Philly. We showed out, did our thing. We got the nod to be a finalist, so we had to do our thing. Definitely couldn't let that slip by.
As you can tell, we're actually doing this podcast right in front of the Benjamin Franklin Bridge. So really just trying to show our love to Philly, just because Philly Tech is really supporting SnapRefund right now.
Absolutely. You see the train going by right now, so it's live. So beyond that, which we'll talk more about for sure, we also released 1.1 of SnapRefund. The lifeblood of any tech company is its technology, and our product is getting better and better with all the new feedback we're getting from real live users. Seeing those payments come through is teaching us a lot about ways we can improve it, ways that it's working well already, and we're going to continue to grind and get it better and better each day.
Okay, so let's just jump into it, right? Let's start with the first partnership. This is our second partnership. This is with the Film Fund. Shout out to the Film Fund. They're doing some really dope things. 2 of our partners right now is in the film industry, the media industry. We started off wanting to be in the insurance industry. What has allowed us to pivot and knowing, okay, we're not here in the insurance industry, but let's take these wins with these partners that we have right now and really use it to scale. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, the insurance industry is super walled off in a lot of ways. They're slow to move, no disrespect to any insurance folk out there, but y'all know how things go. So it's been really important for us as a business to stay nimble and keep racking up revenue while we still target the insurance sector. It's important for us to have an even better offering when we get that first big insurance client, that MGA or TPA or carrier, whoever they are. And what we're doing right now with the Film Fund, what we're doing with Higher Than 7, it's really good field testing feedback to actually see people onboarding, finding out where there's any friction with the onboarding flow, seeing how the payments are moving, if the copy is right, if the UX is what people expect, if it's intuitive, are there places where we need to put in information bubbles, frequently asked questions, all those little details that you start to take for granted or you might lose a little bit as you're building something out for so long. We're really going through and making sure that we're looking at it with fresh eyes like our new users, and that kind of feedback is critical. Nothing is more valuable than assessing what you're doing with new eyes, because once you're in it, you might forget everyone doesn't know how your product works as well as you do. So what have you seen in this process?
Well, I think what is really important, right, is you just got to take every win for what it is and use that for fuel. Everything, we're trying to really push this rocket to that next level. So the wins that we get is fuel for us. So working with the Film Fund, I like the fact that we're being able to be flexible. We know that we wanted to partner with insurance companies. We're still working with insurance companies. We have some good things that's on its way, but I think it's just so dope that we could partner with companies like the Film Fund, Higher Than 7, to really just move SnapRefund to that next level.
Absolutely.
So I really like that. Okay, so we got another win, right? CBK, Cody by Kids, venture pitch competition. You knocked it out this park. We needed funding. We secured the bag. $15K. So tell me about that. What was the process like? How did you feel the preparation? And what were you feeling when you found out that, okay, SnapRefund got that funding that they needed for this moment?
Man, Yeah, so the preparation, I did not take that lightly. I definitely wanted to make sure that any chance we got, we always put our best foot forward. And I mean, really, there's so much that's unpredictable in startups. I mean, in life, really. So every opportunity that comes our way, I'd be a fool to not give ourselves the best chance to lock that in. So we had 3 minutes to pitch, and that's not a lot of time to explain what you've been doing for 2.5 years in 3 minutes. So I worked, shout out to the folks over at Brevity Pitch. They're awesome. They helped me prepare. And I went through relentlessly. I mean, I drilled myself. Any DBZ fans, I was in the hyperbolic time chamber, right? So I was getting my reps in.
Like that.
So I made sure I didn't drop a single word. I mean, I'm really critical of my own performance because that's, I think, a good way to get better. But I can honestly say I don't think I could have pitched any better than I did. I really, really presented like I prepared for. And it was amazing. And being out there, this competition, what was really special about it was for minority-led companies, women-led companies, people who don't typically get that same representation. If you've seen episode 1 of our podcast, I mean, the numbers, it's dismally small how many people who look like us actually get funding from VC. So I was happy to be there, to be selected amongst those other great companies, and to have a chance to compete. I mean, when it comes down to it, I want to win. So I made sure to do everything I could for us to get that, and we won that $15K, and bag is secured. Bank account's looking nice.
Well, shout out to you, man. You really were prepared. You really did your thing, and it's exactly what we needed. I think the win with the film fund, that propelled you with the energy to say, okay, look, we started off without a product. We got a product, no partners. We got 2 partners, no money. Now we got a chance to win $15K, and how all these different things just kept evolving. Speaking of evolving, the platform is evolving, right? So let's talk 2 steps. One, for the listeners that's listening to us for the first time, what is SnapRefund? What was version 1.0? And then we've made new changes. We've upgraded to version 1.1. And what is version 1.1?
Absolutely. What is SnapRefund? Well, aside from being the best payment platform in the world, SnapRefund is a convenient way for businesses to send outbound payments to users or other businesses. And for consumers to do the same, they can send payments to businesses or to each other. So we provide a web app. Check us out at snaprefund.io. You can go in and sign up. All you need when you sign up is your first name, last name, and email address, and you set a password, and that's to be an unverified user. Or if you want to send money, sending money requires you to be a verified user. We do what's called KYCing you, which is banking lingo for know your consumer. It's part of the compliance landscape. And with that, we need a few more details. If you're a business, your EIN, etc. It allows you to go in and add a bank account and then send money. And when you send those outbound payments, it's really easy. All you need is someone's email address. Put in the email, put in the amount, they'll get a notification. Even if they're not a SnapRefund user already, they'll still get the notification email. And then if they are, they'll see notification in-app, see the email, and from there they can cash out. They'll be able to cash out at instant speed if you have a wallet balance, and that is huge because when I say instant, I mean instant. It's hitting. So
even on Sundays?
Even on Christmas morning. So banking hours be damned, you will get your money like that. It's really where the name comes from too, by the way. Shout out SnapRefund. So with that, you're able to get your money really quick, and if you don't do an instant payment, you can still get paid via normal banking rails, which is what people call direct deposit. It's really ACH, the automatic clearinghouse system. That's coming through in 3 business days. So we offer businesses a really convenient way to send people money with nothing more than their email address, which they almost certainly already have. And then people getting the money can get that money really easily. Onboarding takes a few seconds, and all we need is their name and email, and you're good to go. So that's what SnapRefund is. Now, going from 1.0 to 1.1, we added a little more sauce into the mix. So a few of those features, one that I'm really excited about, and Nice likes a lot too, is the ability to cancel payments. That's huge. So a lot of other platforms don't have this ability. If you send a payment and you think, okay, I need to stop this actually, you can go into your transaction history now, and you'll see a green cancel button. You click cancel. As long as that user hasn't cashed that payment out yet, you'll see the cancel option, and you can stop that payment in its tracks. So you can stop yourself from making a costly mistake. I saw a ruling not too long ago where an organization had incorrectly sent, I I think it was a couple $1 million to someone else via ACH, and the recipient held on to the money. They said, sweet. And then they took it all the way to a judge, and the judge actually ruled that because this company was in some context where they'd owed the recipient money anyways, they, by law, were allowed to keep the payment. So if they used SnapRefund, you wouldn't have had to pay all those legal fees just to get the loss. So check us out, SnapRefund.io. We're going to start releasing patch notes and cool update features, so you can catch us on LinkedIn and our SnapRefund page and see all of the new goodness that we've got cooking up.
I really love that. So we're progressing. We're moving right along. As those updates come along, what is this vision that's starting to circulate in your mind with where we've started, where we're at today, and where you see things going with SnapRefund? Just kind of with the wins that we've had in the last month, where do you see things going now?
Yeah, so the first thing that I'll think of is always improving the platform from a technical standpoint. There's a lot we're exploring right now regarding card issuance. We don't know if that feature will come or when, per se. We're still in the early phases of hammering out tech specs for what that might look like. But that would be a really powerful tool, we think, and we'd love to hear your thoughts on this, for people to be able to use their SnapRefund account with this card we issue. So when you get that instant payment, it goes over the card networks. That's why it's instant. It's not using the banking system, per se. It's not using ACH. So right now, someone getting an instant payment, you have to put in a card. You can actually use a gift card, a reloadable one that's OCT enabled. But we want to make it even easier for someone to have confidence that they have a card that's supported with this instant feature. So with that, we want to look at issuing those SnapRefund branded cards so someone can A, be the coolest person in town with a SnapRefund card, but B, get those instant payments reliably without needing to go to a third-party store and buy an OCT enabled debit reloadable card. So that's something that I see possibly on the near-term horizon. Beyond that, we've got a lot of really exciting features on our roadmap, and I don't want to spoil it because Anis and I are actually about to stop this and then go hammer out what 1.2 and 1.3 look like. But suffice to say, we got a lot of goodness coming there. Beyond that, looking at some partnerships. You know, I can't speak on it too soon. I can't say yet, but we might be looking at a very, very sizable user base influx by this time in 2023 based on a deal that we're working on the details of right now. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And I want to hear what Anis has to say.
I'm looking forward to that deal as well. I think that's a big time deal. I think what this platform is doing that we're talking about, what they're going to do is really revolutionize just the insurance space and how things are done. They're going to revolutionize. I don't want to tell too much about too many things, so I'm going to stop there. But I'm really excited. But I think it also speaks to the fact that you just got to keep going. If there's something that you really believe in, and a lot of people tell you that you can't do it, it's great to hear them, understand what they're saying. But if you feel it in your gut and in your heart, you got to keep going. You can't stop. And what's happening to SnapRefund right now is really a testament of not giving up, of keeping on, you know, which is what we've been doing. And to me, I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the potential with the future. I'm really excited about using the platform. Really, I think for me, what the biggest win has been is actually using SnapRefund. We're using SnapRefund on higher than 7 with our businesses and paying out contractors. I'm using SnapRefund personally to pay people, to receive money, and I love that. There's nothing more that I love than what I'm seeing in my bank account, SnapRefund. It's exhilarating. It's thrilling. It makes me want to keep going. But that, to me, has been the biggest one on top of everything else. But it's really loving a product that you're building and loving the company that you work for and what you're building and the team that you're on. Doing this podcast, this is so unique because we're actually walking entrepreneurs on our journey because we want to see you guys win too. I think it's important for us to really build a community, right? SnapRefund has been what it's been able to be because of the community that's been surrounding us and the community, the tech community in Philly. So shout out to everybody in the tech community that's been a part of SnapRefund's growth, all the cohorts we've been a part of. You guys inspire us. So I'm really just excited to be here. I'm excited to be working on this project. I'm excited for SnapRefund. I'm excited to move money. I'm excited to move value. We talked about value and just what it's going to look like in the future. And I'm excited that SnapRefund gets to be there. We are a payment innovator. And that's the truth. If you don't know, you can check us out on the FedNow Showcase, Service Provider Showcase. SnapRefund is a payment innovator. That's what we're doing. We're innovating the game, and it's fun, and we're doing it right here in Philadelphia. Let me ask you, in a city that's not necessarily known for its tech, how does it feel to come up out of Philadelphia as a tech company?
It feels, for me, like a microcosm for what's to come, which is we're in a space, we're doing things that are maybe, unexpected, or simply put, there's not too much like this out there when it comes to the use cases we look to offer, who we try to serve, what we're trying to provide. So us doing something unexpected in the local scene in Philly is really a precursor to us doing something unexpected on the global stage one day. And I look at this as a nice crash course in what it's like to disrupt things and what it's like to innovate in a place where you really have to find the people that need what you're doing. And more specifically, you need to find people that you want to help and find out how you can do something that they need. And I see Philadelphia as a beautiful allegory for what's to come, because Philly, its tech scene's come a long way, and that's purely off the strength of the people within it. And SnapRefund's no different. We've come a long way, and that's off the strength of the people within it. So as we come out of Philly and one day grow our footprint to a more nationally recognized scale, I look at this as a nice warm-up for what that's going to be like.
So you said you had some questions, a rapid round of questions.
Yeah, well, why don't we hit some rapid questions?
Okay.
Little lightning round.
All right, let's get into it.
Okay. So looking at where we are in 2022, which do you see having a higher market cap by 2025? Crypto or NFT?
Well, crypto, because NFTs, their value is also laid in crypto. So as expensive as an NFT sells for, that's really crypto moving still.
Well said.
But I do see that there's going to be some new use cases for NFT, especially when it comes to value and the way that we look at money. So money, we know that is either a unit of account, store of value, or medium of exchange. I think NFT and just what they're being able to do now with blockchain is going to be able to provide that. It's going to be exciting to see how SnapRefund fits into that as we build our community. But if I had to say, I would go with crypto. How about you?
Yeah, I'll say crypto. And like you said, I mean, it's built on blockchain technology, which obviously coins and tokens are as well. So at the core of it, I think without crypto being able to prop up NFTs, you probably won't see NFTs doing that well. So I would have to agree that crypto will outpace NFT total market cap value. Now, going beyond that, looking back in fiat a little more, we have Google Pay, we have Apple Pay, right? The age-old diurnal battle of two corporate mega titans. Which one will be more valuable as a service in 2025?
That's a great question. I'm going to go with Apple Pay. Why Apple Pay? Because I'm invested in Apple Pay. And I have shares in Apple so I'm going to go with them. But I really do love what Google's doing. I think they just have a further reach with Androids. But, I mean, just what Apple's been able to do, I think is really amazing. And just for their paywall to be just in so many different schemes through music, through the App Store, I like Apple Pay, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Google Pay outpaces them.
Yeah, it depends a lot on the adoption in countries outside of the U.S. and EU, for that matter, because I think, the user rates being what they are, worldwide, I think we're looking between 85 and 90% of all smartphones are Android devices, but a very large portion of that are likely not using Google Pay at all. right? So the more Google can capitalize. Sorry, we have a helicopter going over, trying to stop you guys from getting this good information. The more Google can capitalize on its existing device user base worldwide, the more potential it has to outpace Apple Pay by 2025, in my opinion. But that same note, Apple is no slouch. They're not going to go quietly, so they're going to be trying to expand their market share of iOS devices worldwide as well all along. And you've seen they tried to compete in these lower income markets with the Apple iPhone 5C devices, which were essentially made to be a more cost-effective variant. So I wouldn't be surprised if Apple is trying to capitalize on a move like that again for the purpose of spreading its technologies like Apple Pay. I'm a huge Google fanboy, you know that, so I want to say Google Pay. But being a pragmatist, I think it actually might be Apple Pay by 2025, mainly because what Apple Pay is doing, they've invented their own payment rail, much like ACH or push to debit or real-time payments. They've created, an Apple Pay payment system, and I think that may prove to yield dividends long term for them.
Those are some really great questions. I'd agree with you as well. Yeah, that's what we do right here on the Snap Refund Podcast, right? We talk tech, we talk entrepreneurship, we talk business, we talk pitching, and we just bring it all around.
We chop it up. I got one more for you, and then we'll close out. By 2025, which one will be more used, push to debits or real-time payments?
I will say real-time payments by 2025, and only reason why is because there hasn't been full adoption. I think push to debit is being used a lot more right now because real-time payments haven't hit as many platforms as they will. But I think once that aspect is offered, I really think real-time payments will be. How about you?
Yeah, I'm not too sure on this one. Your point about adoption is definitely the nail on the head, because that's what I'm unsure about. We already have incumbents, even companies like SnapRefund, we tap into the push to debit system. So it's already got a head start. But the thing that push to debit can do that real-time payments can't do is you can pay gift cards, right? You can't do it with real-time payments. So we need solutions like SnapRefund to help the market share, really, of the systems like push to debit increase by offering services to the underbanked whom don't have bank accounts but still want to get paid at these instant speeds. Well, the more you drive adoption of SnapRefund and similar technologies, the more people can leverage push to debit even without a bank account. Because on the flip side, with real-time payments, it's basically a push to debit like system with bank accounts instead of cards. And what I think that means is most people right now who are using push to debit rails are using it with debit cards, not with gift cards. So by default, anyone who is using push to debit is probably also eligible for real-time payments to some degree. So it's sort of like the crypto NFT answer, where one is, in a sense, almost begetting the other. Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to have to see what the bank adoption in the U.S. looks like, but real-time payments is coming out with strong support already. I mean, I think we're well over 50% of all U.S. banks will support it. So it's a toss-up for me. I'm gonna say I actually don't know. I can't say either way, because they both have, in my opinion, very strong chances of becoming ubiquitous with instant payments.
I think just being able to utilize it on SnapRefund is going to help too. So right now, currently, you can use push to debit, but you can't use real-time payments. I'm excited to bring real-time payments to SnapRefund. And just for us as a platform, I get excited when we have all these different options and how people can get access to their money. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to bring real-time payments to our platform. I'm excited to bring crypto into our platform. I'm just excited to keep moving money, really, with this new phenomenal technology.
It's great. It really keeps me excited every day. So when I wake up and I get to work on SnapRefund, I feel happy. And that's really something that's truly priceless.
Absolutely. And we're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to build our community. We're going to build our team. This podcast is going to grow. If you have not checked out SnapRefund, make sure you check us out, SnapRefund.io. If you want to learn more about us, you could go to about.snaprefund.io. So to wrap everything up, we have young entrepreneurs, we have old entrepreneurs, we have businessmen, businesswomen, people building billion-dollar businesses, people just trying to get an idea off the ground. You've gotten a win this month, a few of them. We've gotten a win. Thank you so much for correcting me, because we have gotten a win. What advice do you have to make sure that our listeners get a win as well as they're going on in their entrepreneurial journey?
Great question. You have to absolutely prepare to the best of your ability. There's no substitution preparation. So with this pitch competition, I talk decently well. Maybe I don't even like to give myself too many props, but I could wing a pitch fairly easily, honestly. But that's not good enough. And I would be really doing a disservice to Anise and my whole company if I went up there and left anything to chance that I could have controlled. So you gotta prepare as much as you can for whatever the opportunity is in front of you, whether that's doing your research on a prospect client before you get on the phone with them, whether that's digging deep into VC's portfolio before you talk to them so you know what they're already looking for. There's just no excuse to not prepare. Preparation is really how you set yourself up to get that win when it's available, because sometimes it could be, one sentence that you said or didn't say could be the difference between a deal and no deal. How about you?
What advice that I would give you in order to get those wins is picture the win before you even go out there and compete, right? So, for example, before we even approached this pitch competition, we rehearsed every day and we practiced every day like we were going to win this money. And that's what allowed us to come into the game with that level of preparation. So prepare yourself when you're going into any setting that it is that you want to go into for your business, for your personal life, whatever, like you've already won. And that's the way that we're approaching this space. I mean, this is such a unique space, right? And there's not that many people that look like us, but the way that we're approaching this is like we've already innovated the way to move money frictionless across the entire nation. Like nobody can do it better than us. And that's the way that we've approached it. And that's the platform that we've built. And that's the platform that we're continuing to build.
Absolutely.
So that's the advice that I would give you. Already in your mind and in your heart, believe that you won before you even get out there. And you have. Just by tuning into this podcast, you won.
There you go.
So thank you so much. We're coming to you live from Philadelphia, right in front of the Ben Franklin Bridge. We love this setting. I think we're going to continue to mix it up with you guys and provide you with new settings every episode, really highlighting the beauty and the space of Philadelphia and what we're building here with SnapRefund. Any last words that you got for our people out there before we take them home?
Whatever you're doing, try to be the best at it.
That's it. You couldn't say better. So thank you, everybody, for listening to the SnapRefund Podcast. My name is Anise Taylor.
I'm Cody Eddings.
And we will catch you guys next time. Peace.